Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today, I was not in the studio. I've been away at Hamis Lokot. There is something I'm trying to work on, and that's the reason though I'm back here. Some of you will be telling me what has been going on in the country. But I saw the Deputy President Kindiki at the Harambee Annex issuing a press statement, and this was an exit statement officially from the Ministry of Interior and take up the new role as the Deputy President. Kindiki has served in the Ministry of Interior from the time RUTO took over power. Even when he fired all the CSS, Kindiki was reinstated as CS for Interior. Now, our work here is not to check on the achievement of government really that much, because there are people who have been employed to do that. There are bloggers in the office of the president, the deputy president. That's their duty. Our role is to check on the failures of the government and point out. And so, Kindiki explained his achievements in the Ministry of Interior. And no one will talk about his failures, by the way. That's why we are here, the fourth estate, to check on that. But one journalist, Mr. Eric, asked him a question about the issue of kidnapping, abduction, extrajudicial killing. What do you speak of your legacy on abduction and extrajudicial killing that were rampant during your reign in office? That was the question. I want to listen to the question and the response from Kindiki. Then you will be the judge to tell me if really the CS answered the question.
My name is Eric Owenga, labda kwa Kiswahili Bwana Naibu Rais. What do you speak of about your legacy in terms of abductions and extrajudicial killings that were rampant during your reign as the Cabinet Secretary of Interior for the past 2 years? Because Kenyans, some of the questions have not been answered in regard to the same. Can you exhaustively speak about it?
Now, Kindiki responded to this, but he quickly jumped on and went on another speech of now his new role as the Deputy President. He never allowed any other question. In as much as he responded to this, the question is, did he really answer the question? Listen to him shortly.
As I have said towards the last part of my statement, I have demonstrated how for 2 years, every day of my life, I have struggled to secure the country from crime and from people who would have caused us harm. And I have told my journey, the places I've been and what has took me there, the work I did in immigration and other places. At the end of my statement, I have said, as I exit that office, I'm exiting at a time when there are reports of cases of mysterious disappearances, abductions, and femicide. And I have handed over the responsibility of cracking down on those emerging reports of crime. And I wish him well, and I know he will succeed. The same way, in the past, I've been able to handle those other national security challenges. Remember, these are challenges that we've witnessed in the last few months, and already we had gotten ourselves on a place where we had come up with a strategy of cracking down on this criminal behavior, the same way we succeeded, even with the Nairobi urban crime, which was quite a spiral at the time we took over and which today is manageable. And therefore, these are developments over the last few weeks, maybe a couple of months. We had laid the ground on how to deal with both cracking down on criminals who are in that space of femicide or abducting people, and also a framework for accountability of any rogue officer or officers who will be involved. And therefore, that should be the task of the next minister going forward. I have no doubt I have done my best every day of my life, and there is no day I have slept without asking myself what I have done to make our country safer. Before, because of time, allow me now to transit.
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request. I've been running a program here to try and raise funds to help a church put up a new church building. They have been in a muddy structure, then they started constructing the new modern church building. But somewhere almost near to the lintel, they got stuck. They could not even fix the beams. So even the building was at risk. So I personally went there to help them to fix the beams. And we've done that job as of now. I also went one more step to get them 150 frames as requested by the fundis. Now the big problem is that they don't have money to purchase the iron sheets. You look at the quotation, they will need about 75 iron sheets. So you look at that, this is a budget about 75 to 80,000 Kenyan shillings. So in all this, they don't have money. And my grandmother, by the way, she's 88, is a member of this church. She asked me, siongee na wale marafiki wako watusaidie because you know what we normally do here. So I told her, okay, you come and speak to them. They're good people. If they are in a position to help, they will do so. So she's here requesting for your support in order for them to purchase the iron sheets and roof the church. Hi guys, now today I'm here with my grandmother and I have been visiting their church. She has been really requesting me to try and help so that they can finish the construction of this church. Kuna vile wamekwama. So leo nikasema nitakuja nimwambia ongea na nyinyi ili na nyinyi pia msikie kama mnaweza guzwa pia mwasaidie ili waweze kuweka roofing kwa hii kanisa. Tumejaribu sana, tumejaribu kuweka linde ilikuwa imesimama, and pia tumeenda hatua pia tukapata frames zenye nataka fix, but they don't have iron sheets na hawana pia milango na madirisha. So ningependa pia wasalimie, awaambie majina yake, alafu pia waambie mwenyewe. Unaweza kusalimia?
Naitwa Enis Tehema. Na huyu ni mjukuu wangu. Mwambia aongee na nyinyi marafiki yake mtusaidie kanisa kujenga na mapato. Hakuna mapato. Kama mtusaidia, tutaomba Mungu akubariki.
Now, if you're in a position to help, you can kindly send in your contribution on the following M-Pesa number: 0708340092. That's my number, Charles Inangungwa. I can report to you that we've been able to manage to get 66,500 Kenyan shillings. So look at that range. We are almost there to 75,000. It means we are just less by 9,000, and that will be enough to get to hardware and deliver the iron sheets to the church. So allow me to thank the following people who send in their money. As of late, the other names I had mentioned in previous video. So these are the new people: Musalia, Tracy, sorry for that, Kimata, and Julius. Then Mr. Bosire and Adisa. I've received your contribution and we are so grateful for that. Now, we have up to 10th of this month. That means we just have 2 days. We'll be closing this, but I see we can achieve this. So I'm grateful. Let us do this again. Now, thank you. And back to our discussion. Having listened to Mr. Eric Omenga, the response from Kindiki. Kindiki has avoided answering this question and he rushed quickly to continue on the next speech, the office of the deputy president. We had extrajudicial killing just in few months after RUTO took over office, even after promising that it will never happen. We saw in broad daylight even the former Nandi Hills Member of Parliament, Alfred Keter, being abducted in, mchana. Akapiga nduru. We shared that video here. Ana yule jamaa mwenye alikuwa sukari huko Mias was abducted. Then later, kapatikana. We've seen bodies of women, being recovered in a quarry. When Gen Zs were protesting, police dealt with them mercilessly. Kindiki was in the office. We know how a police officer dealt with the people from Nyalenda slums. Even when we had mass action in 2023, led by Raila Odinga and Azimio la Umoja, we saw how police officers even attempted on the life of Raila Odinga. The youth were abducted, even university students were killed with live bullets. All this happened when Kindiki was in the office. So let us ask this question, ajibu haya maswali. He avoided answering this. Instead, he said they have been working on that and he has handed over the office to the next person who should continue with that good job. Tuliona bandits wakiingia kwa hospitali wakatoa mgonjwa huko. Ilikuwa Baringo. Kindiki was in the office. Abduction imekuwa nyingi in this country. Just after 1 year, RUTO taking over the office, Kindiki was in charge. What was he doing? What happened in the Northland? And even attempt on the Spectral Africa. Kindiki, did he, allow another person to take over his duty and responsibility? Or what was happening? How many officers were dealt with under Kindiki's time? Angetuambia there are 3 police officers, 4 or 5 who have been charged because of the issue of abduction. Hajatuambia. But many of these things are being done by police officers. He will never address that because it's a tactic that they are using, and it seems they are no longer willing to stop it. So, in as much he has his achievements, he has also to address his failures. They cannot go that direction. But the issue of abduction is something at the core of Kenya Kwanza government. Extrajudicial killing is happening. It all happened under Kindiki's tenure in office.